Her message came at 6:14 a.m. Not a good morning, not a question, just a statement sharp enough to slice the soft places inside me. The leeching is over. All caps. No hesitation, no affection. I stared at the words as the kettle hissed behind me, the rising steam blurring the world into something quiet, something distant. She didn't wait for my reply. She never did when she wanted to hurt without looking me in the eye. A second message arrived. I got the promotion. From now on, separate accounts. I'm done carrying you. Carrying me? Interesting choice of words for a woman who hadn't paid a bill in 8 months. But lies don't need truth, only volume. I didn't reply. Not then. My silence always unsettled her more than anger ever could. I simply took a slow breath and let the truth settle deeper in my bones. The truth I had been sitting with for weeks. The truth she didn't know I already owned. Outside, the morning light spilled across the street in a soft gradient. Inside, a single realization struck me with the same cold certainty as winter. Today, she thought she had won. And she had no idea how close she was to losing everything she thought she controlled. The kettle clicked off. The house fell silent. And somewhere in the back of my mind, a door quietly opened. I stepped through it. Calm, steady, ready. As always. It had begun 3 weeks earlier. Small things. Always the small things. A late-night whisper in the hallway she thought I couldn't hear. The faint shift in the bed when she faced away from me. The sudden need for privacy. Passwords, locked drawers, silent calls. People think betrayal is loud. It isn't. It's quiet, calculated. A series of subtle withdrawals that feel like dying by inches. I caught her in the reflection of the microwave door once, smiling down at her phone in a way she used to smile at me. A softness she had weaponized long ago. My team appreciates me more than anyone, she had said casually, brushing past me. I believed her, just not in the way she intended. Something inside me tightened then. Not anger, not jealousy. Something colder. A kind of resignation. The acceptance of an equation whose answer I already suspected. She started picking fights over nothing, calling me sensitive, calling herself tired. Distance grew where warmth should have lived. And on the night she came home smelling of a cologne I didn't own, she didn't bother to hide it. She thought I'd break, collapse, beg. But I didn't do any of that, because betrayal burns differently when you expect it. While she crafted excuses, I collected facts, quietly, methodically, without changing a single thing in my behavior. I started with her phone records, public data with the right software. Then the email logs she forgot synced to our shared tablet. Then the financial statements that told a far cleaner story than her mouth ever had. Piece by piece, a pattern emerged. A coworker, late dinners, shared rides, hotel receipts disguised as professional development. And then, the pregnancy test I found buried in the bathroom trash, wrapped too tightly, thrown too deep. She wasn't pregnant, but she had been worried enough to check. And she hadn't told me. That silence said more than any confession. I booked my own appointment the next morning. A simple test, a quiet verification. Because the timeline didn't align. Not anymore. While she laughed louder at home, I grew quieter. While she flaunted her phone, I memorized the patterns. While she celebrated her promotion, I awaited the final proof. And through it all, I smiled. The calm, steady smile of a man who already knows the ending and is simply waiting for the page to turn. The results came on Saturday, a crisp envelope, a single line in black print. Not the father. The air didn't move. My pulse didn't shift. I just sat there, reading the words, feeling nothing except the clean, cold satisfaction of confirmation. She arrived home minutes later, laughing into her phone. She didn't notice me at the table until she ended the call. "What's that?" she asked. I slid the paper across to her. No words. Her face drained. She blinked. Once, twice. You tested without telling me? I tested, I said, and nothing more. She crumpled, hands shaking, mouth opening but failing to produce anything coherent. Her emotional collapse was almost quiet, a collapse of a structure that had been leaning too long in a storm. I didn't touch her, didn't comfort, didn't rage. I just watched her unravel. She slept on the couch that night, or pretended to. I didn't sleep at all. At noon the next day, her parents arrived for Sunday lunch, like always, predictable, comforting in their routine. She tried to act normal, tried to smile, tried to hold herself together. I simply cooked, quiet, efficient, measured. Her mother walked into the kitchen first. She saw the document on the counter, the open envelope, my wife's hotel receipts spread neatly beside it. And then she saw the last page, the printed call logs, the messages. Her scream tore through the house, sharp enough to make the neighbors run outside. My wife came running, stock dead, turned white. Her father stared at her like she was someone he'd never met. I didn't look at her, not once. Not even when she whispered, "Please, don't do this." I wasn't doing anything. I was simply letting the truth speak. They left in chaos. Her tears, their silence, the house trembling with the weight of too many lies finally uncloaked. When the door finally closed, she collapsed against the wall. "I can explain," she whispered. "I know," I said. And I did. Better than she ever realized. She reached for me. I stepped back. Not angrily, just done. For the first time in months, my mind felt quiet, clear, effortless. She had wanted separation, bank accounts, lives, choices. So I gave her exactly what she asked for, but not in the way she imagined. As I walked past her toward the door, I said the only sentence left inside me, soft, final, and truer than anything she had ever told me. The leeching is over, and it was never me. And then I left, without looking back.